The concept of the American dream is one that emphasizes prosperity, success, and the pursuit of happiness. This week, we check out some compelling stories from your city. And visit a few outdoor locations in Las Vegas, North Bay, Santa Barbara, and St. Louis. These make some pretty interesting date ideas that stray from the usual weekend wine and dine. Welcome to the American dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our first story is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear what they have to share this week.
Hey, welcome to another episode in the Mile High City. It's your go-to realtor, Malinda Conley, realtor and owner of Mile High Home Experts. And as a realtor for over 17 years, I've seen the best of real estate transactions and sadly the worst. And it's mainly due to misinformation on the internet or the armchair realtor in your office. So I'm committed to bringing you information of value. And today we're going to pull back the curtain on home inspections. I know you are all curious, so I will be interviewing the top, most sought after leaders in their field, Curtis Klock and Greg Fowler with Hero Inspections. And while home inspections aren't always the sexiest part of buying a house, they can make or break a deal. Well, gentlemen, we really do appreciate your time today and valuable information on home inspections.
Yeah, thanks for having us out. It's great working with realtors like you who care so much about their buyers and their sellers, and who work really hard to smooth out the process for them.
What do you feel the actual reason for doing a home inspection would be?
Well, the most important reason to do a home inspection is so that the buyer can have all the good data that they need to make an informed decision. As you know, it's an unregulated thing. Buyers and sellers people can buy anything that they want. It's a little bit of a free-for-all. And ultimately, our goal is to make sure that the buyers don't inherit any problems unknowingly from the seller. And the key word is unknowingly.
Right.
If you have good information and your clients have good information, then you can represent their interests and they can make an informed decision.
Does a home inspection find everything?
No, it's not exhaustive. That's not really the point of a home inspection. The best analogy is we're like your family practice doctor. It's the first place you go when you've got some symptoms or a little something going on, and then that doctor may recommend a specialist or further testing. We do the same thing. We find an issue here or there, we may recommend a specialist to come in and dig a little deeper.
What are some of the big things you find?
I'd say in this market, one of the biggest things we find are hail damage from roofs from all the storms that we have. And sometimes we see issues related to water, which can be mold, structural damage, and settling. Anything water related would be something we'd focus a lot on.
So you guys are actually an environmental company as well. What should a client consider when buying a house?
Well, to your first question, yes, we're licensed with the EPA and the state of Colorado, and for other things we have certain certifications. We don't actually say a client should consider something or not consider something. We just make it all available to them and kind of explain to them that, hey, if you get this testing done, you'll learn this thing about your house. So there's things that are outside the scope of a normal home inspection. So radon testing, mold, asbestos, lead paint, not exactly environmental, but the condition of your sewer line. Those are all things that wouldn't be part of a normal home inspection, but your client might want to learn that stuff, again, so they don't inherit problems.
Well, that actually is one of my biggest goals, is to help my clients be informed and to be able to make an informed decision, actually.
Sure.
Well, my goal really is to help educate my clients. Don't you folks have like a protection plan as well?
Yeah, we understand that, look, sometimes there's bad luck, sometimes things happen. You can have a roof leak, a water leak, an appliance could break. And so what we provide as part of our residential inspection is what we call the Hero Home Protection Plan, which is $100,000 plus of warranties, guarantees, and extras included with every single inspection.
And then you guys actually, after the inspection is complete and you've done your report, will meet with the buyer.
We really take pride in communicating with the client in the context of the inspection. So we almost demand that they're there if we can and say, hey, if you're here, can you come? And we want to walk them through the house, but what we really want to do is help them understand what are the things that are going to cost them money now and down the road. And by doing that and framing it that way, they can walk back in the evening and look over their report and talk about it with you and really understand how worked up they should be or how excitable that something is, and our job is to just provide good information.
Well, again, gentlemen, I very much appreciate your time and expertise on this incredibly important topic.
Thank you so much for taking the time to go over this with us. Clients really will appreciate all this insight that you're bringing and all the great service. So
I
thanks
sure do
so
hope
much.
so. My pleasure. Thanks so much. Well, thank you for joining me on another episode of the American Dream TV. We hope you found some information of value, and I'd be honored to help you find your next home. I do look forward to seeing you on our next episode, and I hope your journey always leads you home.
Hi, I'm Erin Brumleve with Keller Williams Realty downtown Denver, and I'm also the owner and founder of the Innovate Properties team. Today, I am thrilled to share with you an extraordinary opportunity to own this 5-bedroom, 8-bathroom, Tuscan-inspired villa in Greenwood Village, Colorado. And after our recent snow, it reminds me of an Italianate castle nestled in the Alpini Mountains of Italy. Come inside and get ready for your own personal renaissance and experience this one-of-a-kind custom home firsthand. As you enter, let the grand classic circular staircase welcome you to all 8,535 square feet of this exquisite luxury residence. This home is filled with countless amenities and an exquisite level of finish throughout. Let's head to the kitchen and take a look. The Tuscan theme of this home extends to the kitchen, which is truly the heart and warmth of the home. I love this Wolf 6-burner gas range. It's accentuated by a beautiful mosaic, the oversized island with granite surfaces, and the warmth and openness of this space. Can you imagine sitting around this kitchen? I love the clean sight lines. You can see into the dining room and the cozy sitting area. And on a cold day like today, I can't imagine anything absolutely more delightful than sitting in this intimate and cozy sitting area in our kitchen, gathered around this warm stone fireplace. It really is warm. I'm really loving it. And here we have the living room, which is a wonderful combination of open and airy, bright room. So we have this fantastic real wood floor throughout, rich wood beams on the ceiling, and I truly love how the stucco fireplace with travertine tile accents ties it all together. Plus, the French doors lead outside to a covered patio space, which is perfect for outdoor entertainment. After all of the hustle and bustle of entertaining family and friends, you'll be ready for a few quiet and thoughtful moments in our fantastic main floor study. The fabulous wood accents, the custom wood wainscoting, and the custom built-in bookshelves, I think you cannot help but write a novel in this space. The lavish master suite is truly a place to relax and unwind. From the cozy stone fireplace to the beautiful and intimate reading nook and conservatory. I love the coffered vaulted ceilings. The spa-like ensuite bath will transport you to an Italian bathhouse featuring a jacuzzi-style tub, double vanity with travertine surfaces, and a steam room. And what Italian villa would be complete without your very own wine cellar, where we can hold over 1,000 bottles of wine in a climate-controlled room. Imagine hosting your very own personal wine tastings with family and friends. This space is truly a hidden gem of the home. as you can see, luxurious interior comfort and elegant Tuscan architectural features are married together perfectly in this one-of-a-kind Greenwood Village home. It truly is bellissimo. I'm Erin Brumleve, and thank you for joining me on this episode of American Dream. I'll see you next time.
Our national story this week takes us to some fun outdoor locales. But first, we hear from one more professional from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hi there, my name is Dave Umphress with the Umphress Group at Keller Williams, and we are here at the Alamo Draft House in Sloan's Lake neighborhood of Denver. We're doing a great event tonight. You know, the Umphress Group is in business to transform lives through real estate, and as a result of that, thousands of lives are forever changed, lots of times through clean water projects in sub-Saharan Africa. Tonight we have Tony Hale from Arrested Development and Dan Hasseltine from Jars of Clay doing a great fundraising event. It's going to be an awesome night. I'm glad you can join us for it. Let's go check it out. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Yes, absolutely.
So we are here, we're about to go into the event. One of the greatest joys I get about being involved with the work that we do here is that I connect with people around the country that also care about the clean water initiatives that we're a part of through this organization called Blood Water Mission. And so one of those people is Tony Hale, who's an Emmy-winning actor. He's from Arrested Development, Veep, Toy Story 4, things like that. And bringing them in for fundraising events that people get excited about, and we can raise awareness about the water projects that we're doing. So with me here, though, I've got Ingrid, who has gotten to experience the Umphress Group from a lot of different angles. Ingrid, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
It's a joy to have you tonight. It's a joy to have you as a part of what we're doing, both on the client side and on the staff side. But maybe you could just take a minute and tell us about your experience with the Umphress Group and sort of how this all came about.
Yeah, so my husband and I originally started in real estate about 7 years ago. It's kind of when we met you. And he was very interested in the investment side, and so we've slowly kind of bought properties and bought and rented, and have a healthy portfolio now. And then a couple of months ago, Erin was getting ready to leave the team, and you posted a job. It sounded like it was the perfect opportunity to mesh my passion and our kind of future goals with a career.
Totally. That's awesome. Why this team? I mean, you could work with any other real estate company, so within real estate, why choose to come be a part of what we're doing here?
One of the things that becomes important as you get further along in your career is understanding what your employer is doing for everyone else on the outside. And so events like this are a great example of that. You know, an opportunity to give back and to be a part of the community, to rope more community members in and have them get involved in a cause that's greater than ours is really important.
If you could communicate one thing to a potential client or a potential agent in town or whatever it is, what would you want them to know about our little family here?
Beyond buying or selling a home with our team, what you are a part of has a huge impact. When you do business with us, you're really doing business with a lot of people, and that impact is huge.
Thanks for being here. I hope the event is awesome. I hope that it changes your world and that you have an even greater understanding of what the work is and what impact is being made, and I think it's going to be a great night. So there you have it. It's been a great night. It's been a great opportunity to raise a lot of awareness and funds. And more than anything, it was a great chance to celebrate a 2-year project that we're wrapping up right now that almost $200,000 was raised for communities in sub-Saharan Africa, specifically in northern Ethiopia for these 2 years. And it's been a great night to just celebrate that and to talk about what's next. So we love that we get to be a part of something like this just because people chose to buy and sell real estate. It's pretty wild. So appreciate you joining us, and thanks for checking out this episode of The American Dream.
learned something interesting about your city and enjoyed the local content. Up next, we head to Las Vegas to check out a 100-year-old orchard with Laura Harbison and Bill Gaylord.
Bill! Bill, I'm lost! I can't find you!
Where are you?
I give up. I can't find him.
Laura, I've been behind you the whole time.
Oh my gosh!
Bill Gaylord here with Laura Harbison, broker owner of Realty Executives Southern Nevada Properties. And Laura, where are we today?
Today we are at Gilcrease Orchards in Las Vegas. Absolutely amazing, amazing place. Icon of Las Vegas. Been here 100 years. We need to go find Mark, who's the manager, to show us around.
And where's Mark?
He said follow the donut signs.
The donuts?
So let's go.
Let's go to the donuts.
Hey, Mark, thanks for having us today. Are you ready to show us around?
Let's do it.
Yeah, this place is crazy, huh?
Mark, this is a madhouse. There's people everywhere.
It is.
I can't wait to see it.
So, Mark, these are the pink lady apples.
That's correct. These are our latest apples of the season.
Okay, so you've had apples since around, what, May, you said?
No, apples in July, and then there's a break, and then we have them again in October.
Okay, so then the fall and the spring are your busy times. What happens in the spring?
So in the spring, we have open up in March, and we have asparagus, which is very delicious. And we have carrots, beets, and leafy greens, and other things like that.
So the kids can come and pick their own carrots and all too?
Right.
Okay, kind of like a little treasure hunt where they can see what size they can find.
Right.
You know, so I really miss that hayride. Is there any chance that we could do that today?
Sure.
All right, let's go do it. So Hannah, what is your favorite part about working at Gilcrease Orchard?
Definitely meeting all of the cool people that like to come out here, especially this year we got a lot of news coverage, so a lot more people have been coming out this year, and it makes it super busy, but I really love seeing all the people. The kids come in their costumes. It is the cutest thing. They think picking their own pumpkin is like the highlight of their year, so that's the most fun seeing, is just all the people out here. Just being around for fall time is my favorite time of the year. The vibe is just like so nice.
So
I
much
really
fun.
love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you grew up here? Did you?
Yeah, born and raised.
And did you come out here as a kid?
Oh yeah, all the time. I got all my plums, my pluots, my nectarines from here. It was like my favorite fruits. I always came here. Haven't come in most recent years, which I probably should, because they have some of the best produce out here. Especially in the springtime, it's like all you could imagine. We've got it. Yeah, it's really the best.
Right, it was supposed to be the best farming land in the entire valley.
Yeah.
So the Gilcrease family purchased this land in 1920, is that correct?
Right. They came down from Reno, purchased this land, grew alfalfa because there was a spring on property, and so they had the water, they could do it. And since then, we've been growing fruit trees and lots of vegetables. So it's been very fun.
So this is a nonprofit foundation, just giving back to the community, basically. How many people a day come?
So it depends on the time of year, but we get school field trips Monday through Friday, and usually in the spring and the fall, we get about 300 a day that come through here.
Wow.
And so about 12,000 kids a year in organized school field trips, plus when they come with their families on the weekend.
Right. Yeah, this place is hot. It's Tuesday morning and this place is hopping.
Yeah, it's busy.
I can't believe it.
Busy place.
That's great. Well, let's, I think I'm gonna go find your pumpkin patch.
So Laura, I am exhausted.
Me too.
This place has everything. It's such a great day.
So much fun. I've loved coming here for the last 25 years that I've known about it. And my kids have loved it, and I've really enjoyed introducing you and all of our viewers
I'm coming
to
back.
Gilcrease Orchard. So.
I hope you enjoyed our last segment and feel inspired to check out an orchard in your neighborhood. Next, let's head to Suisun Valley, California to check out a vineyard and winery with Scott Loney and Alicia Worley. I love touring wineries, and I have a feeling you do too. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Scott Loney.
And I'm Alicia Worley, and we're with Country Estates. Today we're in beautiful Suisun Valley at Woodin Valley Winery. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Alicia, how are you?
Hey, good. Ron,
welcome. Well, welcome to Woodin Valley. I'm going to take you guys around for a short tour today and learn a little bit about Woodin Valley Winery, Suisun Valley, and all kinds of fun stuff that happens out here. Let's go on over to the winery. Well, we just entered our fermenting cellar, and in this building is where we ferment all of our red wines. Those tanks back here will be all full of red wine. Some are full right now fermenting because we are in harvest. And then this piece of equipment behind me is our press, which is a newer piece of equipment that we've had for about 4 or 5 years. Right now we're in harvest, so it's a super busy time, but a great time to be visiting. So I always encourage people to come out and visit the winery. If they see my brother destemming some grapes down here, come on down and check it out. You said earlier you want to try something coming out of this press. Well, there'll be some juice coming out in a couple of days out of this press. Cool. Stop by and see that. So this is in the fermenting cellars where we turn grape juice into wine. Well, this is our barrel room. We have approximately 250 barrels in this room, and we put all of our red wines in wood. Part of the reason you put wine in wood, red wine in particular, is not for oak flavor. It's actually to soften the tannins that are in the grape skins.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so some people think, oh, I want oak flavor, but it's actually making the wine softer because oak has a tannin. Grape skins have a tannin. Together, the oak softens the grape skin tannin.
They work together.
So that's it. They work together. Well, here brought you out to our demonstration vineyard that we have at the winery. Vineyards is where most of our business is. Of course, we have the winery, but we operate around 400 acres of grapes, about 300 that we own in the family. And so it's the biggest part of our business. And we are really farmers first. So even in the style of our wines, we want them to be fruit forward. We want to taste the grape. I better get back to work, you guys. It's harvest time.
I want to thank you so much, Ron, for taking the time to give us the tour.
Welcome. Yeah, as you know, I'm passionate about Suisun Valley. I think it's got a lot to offer.
We are too.
We need to let people know. So.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thanks for helping us get the word out.
There you go. Thank you, and thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
Have
you.
a good one.
Okay, now we're going to take a stroll through the vineyards to our featured listing at 2417 Morrison Lane. Come on. Okay, now we're in the farmhouse. It's approximately 2,000 square feet. Has a big great room with the master bedroom off of the great room. Spiral staircase leading to the loft. And then over here, we have a brand new, fully remodeled kitchen with hickory cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances that lead off into the back 1.25 acres that are sitting on the creek. It's great, you gotta see it.
That's what really makes this location special.
Yeah, come and check it out. Yeah, isn't this awesome? You're on over an acre. You got the vineyard right here. Even though you're on over an acre, and you've got surrounded by vineyards that are on 10, 20 acres. Some of them are across the street are 180 acres.
You don't have to maintain them, but you get to take in the view, right?
It's awesome. Anyways, we'd like to thank you for coming with us on our tour of the Woodin Valley Winery.
Our little adventure.
Our little adventure and our listing that we just listed, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
love the quaint appeal of small town living, farm culture, and the beautiful wineries these communities have to offer. Up next is another winery in a small town at the north end of Santa Barbara County. Let's check it out with Amy Baird.
So hi, I'm Amy Baird, and I'm up in Santa Barbara County on the north end of the county called Santa Maria, a little town called Old Orchid, and we're at Presqu'île Winery, which is a gorgeous property. We're out on 200 acres with Matt Murphy, who's the co-founder and president, and he's going to give us a little bit of information on the history and what Presqu'île means and what brought you out west.
So we're here at Presqu'île Winery. This is my family's winery and vineyard here. We have 200 acres in Santa Barbara County, Santa Maria Valley, as you mentioned, focusing on Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. So we're here in the winery. This is the red wine floor, red wine tanks behind us, and we're just wrapping up harvest as we speak. So kind of a good time to be up here. So the piece of property that we're on has a lot of undulation, rolling hills, a lot of elevation change, and so we wanted to play off of that in the way we designed and built the winery and tasting room. And so the winery sits up top at about 1,000 feet above sea level, connected underground to the cave and the tasting room. And so it's all gravity flow, and that's an ancient way of making wine before, pumps and electricity and all these things, modern conveniences existed.
Yes.
This is the way wine was made.
It'd be great to go ahead and take a tour of the winery, and you can show us around what's happening in the vineyard since you've already got most of the wine harvested. There's a little bit of grapes still out there, and see where we are.
Sounds good.
Thanks. Still here at Presqu'île Winery, and it's the first opportunity I've ever had to actually interview my brother, Pryor Baird, who's out from Nashville here in Santa Maria, our little hometown actually of Old Orchid, and he's going to play tonight for a sold-out crowd and promote Presqu'île, promote some nonprofits, and I just want Pryor to be able to give him an opportunity to tell us what's new in his music world.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on all the time. We've got a new record coming out, we've got a new band started, getting, traveling a lot on the road. We've got people behind us now, and we've got some good momentum moving forward, and just having a great time being able to come home and share with my family and share with one of my great friends, Caleb Lee, and have him come out here and just enjoy what this beautiful piece of the world has to offer. And I'm just happy to be here. That's what it's all about, keeping it all together. It takes a village to make anything happen. This is the best village I know about.
That's the truth. And it's great to have family here that we get to see you when you visit, get to see you in Nashville. Love you, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go play some music.
Let's go play some music. I'll listen. I'll drink some wine.
Hell yeah.
Last but not least, Brandy Dudenhoeffer takes us to a zoo that started as a family-owned farm, full of cute animals and a short drive from St. Louis, Missouri. Let's check out Big Joel's Safari.
All right, Joel, well, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started Big Joel Safari.
Kind of a long story, but sort of a short story too. Me and my wife started the park 7 years ago. We live here, it's a small operation, but I was an animal science graduate from the University of Missouri, and I've always wanted to be a zookeeper, and that seemed to be the best way to achieve those things until we finally figured out we'll just start our own zoo instead of working for another zoo.
So there's a little history here to the property, though. You didn't just purchase it recently 7 years ago. There's some history to it.
Yeah, well, I grew up on the property, and due to different medical issues with my mom, I did a lot of the upkeep when I was back in town for a few weeks, and eventually I kind of told them what I'd like to do, and they said, well, you can buy it from us and you can take over the farm. So
That's awesome. So what kind of animals did you grow up with here on the farm?
pretty normal. Actually, a lot of miniature horses. My uncle was in the miniature horses.
Okay.
And we were busy all the time, and horses are kind of pretty easy to maintain. We had a few goats, and llamas were the first any exotic hoof stock that we ever had on the property. And so we have a lot of animals that we highlight that we just really like and we think public, and it's kind of worked. So you can get, even though you can't touch a lot of the animals here, or some of the animals, you can get pretty close and get up close, see what they look like, sometimes see what they smell like. So, you know.
I guess that's a perk, or not so much.
Oh, it's not that bad.
But that was truly what your design was to make sure that the encounter that your guests have is that they can get a little closer to the animal.
Yeah, because at no point are the animals stressed. A lot of these guys were raised either from a small age, or we've come across, we like calm animals that can be easy to work with, for us to work with, and so they really don't care if the public's there sometimes, you know. They're not stressed out.
Okay. So here this says education station. What is this space here?
When we're open every hour, we have a few reptiles out here that kids can touch and feel. We have usually a tortoise, a snake, and an alligator we bring out.
Joel, can you tell us about your hours of operation?
Yes, this season we opened up in April, and we're going to November 3rd. We're open Thursday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sundays from 11 to 5. And you can always go to our website at www.bigjoelsafari for more information too.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream, and we hope that you saw something new and entertaining. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow the show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jenn Morris, and thank you so much for watching.